Brooke. Welcome back to another episode of the Unknit Soul podcast. My name is Brooke and I'm an interior designer in the Northern Virginia area, and I'm also the owner and dyer behind Feliz Fun. And this is Rolo, my little pup, and he joins us in every episode. He's not a pup. He's almost 12. His birthday's next month, but he acts like a pup. Alright, so first up, I would like to go ahead and close out the Make It Hot cowl. And the winner of that is Aldia, my sister. And so, Aldia, let me know. Go to AnnTudorLLC.com and let me know which, or I'm sorry, I think it's just AnnTudor.com. Let me know which set of stitch markers you would like. As well, since you've got plenty of my yarn, I'm going to give away one of these sock blanks. So, the first one, this is the Voices in My Head colorway that I just turned into a sock blank. So it's perfect for October. And then this is one as well. Or you can have the Orion one that I dyed and the Orion colorway as a sock blank. So let me know which of these you would like as your giveaway. Or if you want one of my skeins of yarn, you can have that too. And let me know which stitch markers you would like from Ann Tudor. So, we don't have any finished objects this week, so we're going to go right into works in progress. Up first is a Lemongrass Sweater, and that is, I'm sorry, in the middle of a row. That is a pattern by Locatelli, and I'm knitting it out of Cascade Ecological wool. And this is the sweater that I was attempting to knit in 24 hours over the weekend. I obviously was not successful in finishing the sweater, but we did have a great show. I did lots of interviews, and we raised $1,070 for victims of Hurricane Irma. So if you didn't get a chance to see that, definitely check that out. It was a lot of fun, and I will go out and split out the interviews so that you don't have to sit there and watch me knit and just talk to myself. So yeah, so this is that sweater, and I had a few issues getting started with it. There are cable increases in the yoke that I didn't really pay attention to when I was looking at the pattern before. So this detail does take a long time, but the payoff is really nice because it turns out looking really well. And if I weren't trying to knit it in a day, it probably would have been a fun detail to do. And so I am almost done with the back. I just have a few more rows of decreases to do. Then I have to do the ribbing around the back, finish the front, do the ribbing around that, and then knit the sleeves. And then for the collar, I'm not going to do the turtleneck. I'm just going to do like 6 rows and make it a crew neck because I hate turtlenecks. And then it'll be all done. So hopefully this will be a finished object soon. I have not touched it since the live stream. I've been focusing on another project that I wanted to get done this month. But I will pick it back up and keep working on it, and hopefully have it finished soon so I can wear it. It's going to be like a really nice classic sweater once it's all done. Oh, also, I did measure. I started out with 750 grams of yarn, and I have 460 left. So half of 750 would be 375. So I did probably like 40%. In that 24 hours. So that's just a little interesting tidbit. So up next is my Granito, which is also a pattern by Locatelli. And this is knit out of my fully spun yarn in the Hint of Mint colorway. And last week I had just started the sleeve, and so this week I knit some more on the sleeve. I'm only doing 10 inches, then I'm going to do the ribbing, so these should go by quickly. And hopefully I'll have them done soon, and then I can go ahead and go back and finish the body, which is just going to fly off the needles. This experience of knitting the sweater is amazing. My yarn is really nice and soft to knit with. It's like knitting with butter with the Chalgu needles. It's like literally the perfect experience. And as well, obviously, it's just stockinette, so it's stockinette with the slip stitch detail, so it's super easy. And then up next is the Love You Baby by Susanne Sommers. And this is the project I've been focusing on this week. I really want to finish this before the end of the month, and today is the 20th. And so I am still working on the first brioche section, and I'm almost done with that. I only have like 9 more repeats to do, and then I can pick up stitches and start the other part of the shawl. But I'm really enjoying knitting this. Like, this is so much fun, and it's so much easier than it was the first time around, but it's also a super simple pattern, whereas before I was trying a more complex pattern to knit the brioche with. Although I will say, when I failed with that, I tried the Marley, which is a simple pattern, but I think it just hadn't clicked. And then somewhere in the months since I first tried it, it did click, and it's like super easy. So if you are considering brioche, definitely check it out. I would say it's definitely worth the false starts to once you get it, you're good to go. And this is out of Stranded Dyeworks Solo Singles in Street Art and Shiner. And then the third color is going to be Malabrigo Machida in Impressionist Sky, which is a blue color, and I don't have it next to me at this moment. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying knitting this. Up next, acquisitions. There are a ton of acquisitions this week, which means I've been doing too much shopping, and I need to stop because I need to be good. Especially since I'm going to stop by the Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival this weekend with my sister. So I'm going to limit myself with that to 1 skein of yarn and 1 project bag, and that's all the shopping I can do there. I'm also interested in getting a shawl pin, so if I see one of those, I might get one too. So the first up is this Notions bag from Bags by Awesome Grannie, and it's got hippos on it and hippo butts, and I saw Ann Tudor post this on her Instagram and went and bought it immediately. I love hippos, and I don't know if I showed this to you last week. If I did, I apologize, but here it is again, and then you for sure won't have to see it again. And then also, my friend Sherry just got a 3D printer, and so she has been 3D printing all sorts of things, and is preparing products to go up in her Etsy shop for the holidays, and her Etsy shop is Chizry, Chizry, but she made these cute little stitch markers for me. I asked her I need 40 of them for a project that's coming up, and so she knit these cute little stitch markers, and they just have a little FS in them for Feliz Fun. So we'll see if hopefully you guys can see, but they're really cute, and if you can't see, I will get a picture and post it in there, but it's really cool. She also 3D printed the little carabiner to store them on. Okay, up next, I went to Woolworks last weekend to pick up the yarn for the Lemongrass Sweater, and while I was there, I also picked up 2 more skeins of yarn. The first skein of yarn is Shibui Knits Lunar, which is a lace weight, which is 60% extra fine merino, 40% mulberry silk, and it's really nice and soft. And I purchased this so that I could knit the green tea with honey mitts. And I'm knitting these for my Halloween costume. I'm going to be Morticia Adams this year. And so I wanted to participate in the Misadventures in Knitting podcast, Too Much Candy knit along. And so I got this yarn so that I could make those mitts to go with my costume. So I'd like to knit this before the end of the month because I also am going to participate in the Boo Knits excuse me, Apparition Halloween Mystery Knit Along, and that starts October 1st, and is a lace shawl with 800 beads. So that'll be a fun experience. I have beads. I don't know if I have 800, so I might have to go get more. And then as well the yarn I'm going to use. I had some old Dragonfly Fibers lace weight yarn in Black Pearl, which is like a tonal gray and black, and I started to make a shawl out of it, but I hated how it was pulling. I despise pulling. I do not like it. I don't want to see it. It irritates me, and you know, on some people's projects it looks great. Some people love it. I am not a pool person. I hate it. It irritates the shit out of me. So I, needless to say, did not continue with that project, and so I'm gonna over dye the yarn with the purple and then with blue, and that's gonna get a black that has really good depth to it. So so that's what I'm gonna knit, and it's not gonna be a black, it's gonna be like a purple black because it's already pretty dark gray and I don't have it. Actually, let me just grab it. Okay, so here is the yarn. It's actually been in my stash for years, so as you can see it's already dark, and so it's gonna be pretty much black when I'm done with it, but it's gonna be like a really dark purple, and right now it's a neutral gray. And this is the shawl that I started knitting out of it, and I already started to rip it out, so you can't see where it was really pulling really bad. But I also looked at the finished objects. This was going to be the Violante shawl, which is beautiful. I still want to knit one, but with yarns that pull, you could just get this huge, and I mean huge, like, because of the way that it works out, it's like really big and just goes across, and it's not my thing. So if it had stayed striping like this, I would have loved it. I don't mind that. I just don't like the big chunks of dark. So I'm going to do that, and that should even out the value so that it won't pull. It also should still be okay for lace because, again, it will even out. The value will even out, so it won't be as variegated. And the other skein I got from Woolworks is this beautiful skein of Shepherd's Wool Crazy DK, and this is absolutely my favorite yarn, and I'm so sad that they have discontinued it. It's Millins from the Shepherd's Wool that they just combine in all these fun combinations. And I don't know if you guys can see the hat, but I have a hat that I knit out of Shepherd's Wool Crazy in college, and it's still my favorite hat to this day. So I don't think this is just, I think this is just 50 grams. I didn't weigh it, but it's probably not enough to make a hat with, but I think I'm just going to keep it forever because it's like so special and really sentimental. Woolworks had a few others. I decided not to grab them, but if I make another trip and they're still there, I might just steal them. And by steal, I mean purchase and hoard them and keep them forever. And then, okay, up next, one of the local artists that I follow, and who I purchased her planner and love it, her name is Shayna ISM, and this is her business card. And so she does comic book style art on all sorts of products, and she has a few different characters who are black women who she does the art with. And so, like, she's got bags, shower curtains, like planners, notebooks, all sorts of fun things. And so I really love her work and her product. And she was discontinuing these enamel pins, and so I bought 3 of them, and there's still some up in her shop, which is shaynaism.com. So if you like any of these, you should definitely grab them while you can. So the first one says, epic shit happens after coffee. The next one says, oh hell no, I need coffee first. And then the last one says, no one gives a damn before coffee. And so these don't have homes yet on project bags, but they will soon. And yeah, I am definitely down with the enamel pin button thing, because I think it just makes the project feel extra special. Okay, up next, I purchased some 9-inch circular needles, and they're actually a lot smaller than I thought they would be. I purchased these to knit the sleeves of my Granito with. That was recommended to me in the chat from this weekend. And so I thought I'd try with this, but I've got a few other sweaters, and so in my Amazon save for later, I've got other ones that if I like knitting with these, then I'm definitely going to purchase those to do my sleeves with. But with these, I feel like you definitely need stitch stoppers, because like the sleeve, hold on, let me just take it out. I literally, this just arrived today. Yeah. And I mean, I guess you can scrunch it up. But, like, part of the security of this is that it's much longer than what you're knitting with. But, like, yeah. I don't want to lose stitches. I don't know. We'll see. But that should be interesting. And I forget how Anne said to work with them. But I'll figure it out. Hopefully it doesn't change my gauge too much. Although I don't really care. Because it's a, I mean, it's not going to be that big of a deal. And it's just stockinette, and it's for me, so I can always fix it if the sleeves come out a little bit different. But yeah, hopefully that might make knitting a little bit faster, although you still have to negotiate turning back and forth, because you'll just end up twisting it if you keep knitting in a circle. So I don't know, but we'll see. I'll let you, of course I'll let you guys know what I think, and if you see I purchase more and more next week, then you know I loved it. So, and then the last thing, I think you guys may have noticed that I'm planning to do some potentially complex lace with some really dark colored yarn, and so people have mentioned headlamps, and I'm not really down with the headlamp, but I did purchase a neck LED light, and this one's actually rechargeable. And it's LED GLE. I just got it off of Amazon, and it just came today. So I'll let you guys know. Excuse me. I'll let you guys know how it works out. It is blue. I love everything blue. So this is it. I just lurked in the comments until I saw someone mention knitting with black. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, all right, purchase. And I think oh yeah, they're independent. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm gonna flash you guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty bright. And they have different modes. Cool. So yeah, so that's pretty fun. And this will be good too for car trips when it's dark and I feel guilty about turning the overhead light on. I can just sit there and knit with these and not have to like putz with my cell phone light. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm very happy and very confident that this is going to be great for my life. Cool. So that is it. That is all that I have for this week. I don't have a can't let it go. I thought of something, but I have forgotten it now. And so, yeah, we'll just skip that for this week. Although I do want to go ahead and show you my 2 new colors for Feliz Fun. And I'm going to film a separate first look video, but I just wanted to, since I'm here and since I have the yarn, this colorway is called Ice, and this is a colorway that I dyed for winter, and it's just sort of my envisioning of just conceptually like the White Walkers and the wall and all of that from Game of Thrones and the Song of Ice and Fire. And so that's kind of what inspired me to go ahead and do this colorway. And it's just grays and blues and is really pretty. And yeah, will have the same effect as the rest of my yarn. And then this color is called Harvest Moon. And it just has everything delicious about fall. And I think it came out perfectly. And it's just like a little bundle of fall. So this could definitely be for those of you who are just obsessed with fall, who break out all the fall things and go get your pumpkin spice lattes and all of that as soon as humanly possible. I definitely am into fall as well. It's my favorite season. I love how the air smells. Even though I'm a beach girl, I do really appreciate the turn of the season. It's like a very like calming time for me of the year. So these are my 2 new colorways. I'm only going to put a few up in the shop because I have another trunk show happening on October 7th. I'll be at Second Story Knits in Bethesda. So if you're local to the DMV area, definitely stop by that and say hello and grab a skein or 2 of yarn. If you're not local, check these out in the shop. They will be up this weekend. And then after that, I'll post the rest of whatever I have. Alright, you guys, that is it for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. If I seem a little bit low energy, it's after work on a Wednesday, and I have had a pretty rough week and did not have an opportunity to fully recover from this weekend. So I'm just still a little bit behind on rest. But I did want to go ahead and get this out to you guys so I can stay consistent with my content, and there will be plenty of other videos, and hopefully like once I get through all this I'll be a little bit more awake and bubbly for you guys. But anyway, regardless of that, if you like this video, please hit the like button down below, and if you'd like to see more craft and lifestyle videos from me, definitely hit that subscribe button. As always, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.